Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is not going to contest from Varanasi against PM Modi. So it's not going to be the cracker of a fight that we were all waiting for to happen, because there had been a lot of back and forth and cryptic remarks by both the Congress President Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra herself, saying that she will abide by whatever decision will be taken by Rahul Gandhi with regards to her candidature from Varanasi against PM Modi. So what do you think? Why did Rahul, I mean, obviously it's Rahul Gandhi's decision at the end of the day, he's party president. Why did they decide to not field Priyanka Gandhi versus Narendra Modi from Varanasi?
Well, you see, in politics, at times discretion is better part of the valor.
Absolutely.
Discretion is better than the valor. And I think it's good that the Congress has chosen not to be valorous. Even if Priyanka had contested from Banaras, the possibility of she defeating Modi was remote.
Remote, yeah.
But it would have energized the BJP cadres across eastern Uttar Pradesh.
Absolutely.
Now the BJP cadres shall be complacent. All the preparations that the Modi campaign managers had made, keeping in view the Priyanka factor, those preparations are on display today during his procession across the streets of Banaras. And the contest is more or less the same as in 2014, except that
Except that there's no Arvind Kejriwal this time.
Except there is no Arvind Kejriwal, but the Congress candidate is the same, Ajay Rai, who came third last time.
Absolutely.
And the Samajwadi is fielded Shalini Yadav, who's a Yadav, and she's the daughter of Shamlal Yadav, who was once the deputy chairperson of Rajya Sabha. So it's a non-contest, I mean, it is a given. We know the results. What are going to be the results in Banaras on the 23rd of May? But what impact the contest could have had Priyanka entered the fray, that impact would be missing.
Exactly.
Would be missing. And secondly, please understand, Priyanka Gandhi is expected to take care of the constituencies of her mother and her brother. Amethi and Raebareli. She is also expected to take care of Wayanad, and that election is over. And now she is expected to focus across Eastern UP. She is in charge of Eastern UP as AICC General Secretary.
Absolutely.
And Eastern UP has 29 seats. Out of those 29, BJP had won 27. So
there is a huge task which she
has to perform
ahead of her.
And she would have, unless she was omnipresent, she wouldn't have been able to contest from Banaras and carry out these tasks.
Interestingly, I was having a conversation with a well-known psephologist the other day who said that by which time Priyanka hadn't made her decision public and Congress hadn't decided that they're going to field Ajay Rai instead of Priyanka from Varanasi, he said that if Priyanka does contest from Varanasi, it will be her arrival in national level politics, because right now obviously she's entered the race, entered politics a little late, just a few days ahead of elections. Now what is being said is that her late arrival could have been done away with had she contested against PM Modi in the similar manner that Arvind Kejriwal's candidature against Modi in Varanasi in 2014 elections really pushed him up to a national stature, and this would have really cemented Priyanka's national political stature if she decided to contest. What are your thoughts on that?
The reality on the ground has to be understood. Politics, and especially electoral politics, is a bit of a spectacle,
right,
but it is also a lot of reality. And spectacle cannot sort of substitute for reality, as we saw in the 2017 elections in Uttar Pradesh, where UP ko ye Saat Pasand was a lovely slogan.
Absolutely.
And both of them looked so good next to each other, Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi.
Right.
But by way of results, nothing was achieved.
Materialized, right.
So, the Congress party must launch Priyanka Gandhi electorally after sewing up a social alliance on the ground.
Right.
And that task she has to perform between now and 2022. This was made very clear by Rahul Gandhi when he said that her task is to restore the party to power in Uttar Pradesh in 2022, which is going to be the assembly election. So they have the strategy in place. I, as a journalist, would have wanted her to contest from Banaras.
Yeah, because as journalists, you would have loved to watch that spectacle.
So we
because
like
the 542 constituencies on one hand and that one constituency would have
the whole,
really,
the entire media would have focused on Banaras, and rest would have been almost forgotten. But now it's better. I think that we'll have to take a better assessment of the ground as to what's happening in Eastern UP. It is a very crucial round. Remember, when he won a majority of his own, Akhilesh Yadav, in 2017 was the last election,
Yeah.
and 5 years before that, 2012. Uh, the first round was in eastern Uttar Pradesh, and from there आवाज निकली, cycle चल निकली है. And his cycle got the momentum from eastern Uttar Pradesh.
Right.
And Samajwadi is very strong in eastern Uttar Pradesh, and together with the Jata vote of the BSP and the Muslim support, the Mahagathbandhan is
Has
very
the
strong,
huge
very strong
potential.
in
Yeah.
eastern Uttar Pradesh, and we should watch as to how their candidates are performing.
Right.
Consequent to Mr. Modi's election being a foregone conclusion, the kind of energy the BJP cadres would have infused with had there been a contest with Priyanka, that energy would have driven so many the candidatures of so many other candidates
Absolutely.
in the neighborhood, which might not happen now because this Banaras election is a foregone conclusion.
And just Modi is going to he's doing a great a huge road show in Varanasi today, and tomorrow he's going to file his nominations from Varanasi. His performance in the last 5 years as a member of parliament from Varanasi, and as a person who had promised so much for Varanasi, your thoughts on that?
I personally feel, and I heard these voices when I was there in 2014 in Banaras to cover the Prime Minister's elections, that the Prime Minister's promise of turning Banaras into a Kyoto didn't go down well with very many people.
Okay.
Because we are here talking about an ancient city which has a history of thousands of years.
Right.
And you can't be transforming that city into a modern city. Its basic character has to be retained.
Right.
Its mystic charm has to be retained. Its religiosity has to be retained. It's that entire aura once you enter Banaras. In Banaras, you can't move around in a car. So it's a city which has a mystic of its own. And remember, mythology tells us that if Banaras is angry, it can turn even Lord Shiva out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which it did.
Which it did.
That's the mythology. So let's see how pleased is Banaras with the Honorable Prime Minister. The margin of his victory would tell us that. Last time he won with a whooping margin. Let's see whether he's able to retain that margin and improve it further. But the social alliances on the ground suggest that Shalini Yadav would not be a push away. She would make a good. She would make a good. She would give a good fight.
You think she can come to number 2 in Varanasi and push
She
Ajay
will-
Rai to number 3 like Kejriwal did?
I think most certainly, because Rai belongs to the Bhumiyar community, which is broadly with the BJP, emotionally attached to the BJP
Right.
in most parts of the Hindi belt. So I don't see much of a challenge from Ajay Rai or the Congress, but I see some semblance of a challenge from the Samajwadi Party and its candidate Shalini Yadav.
Right. So some semblance of a contest for Mr. Modi from Shalini Yadav, none from Ajay Rai, according to Vinod. It would have been a cracker of a contest which we would have really thoroughly enjoyed. But Priyanka Gandhi, of course, is no longer a contestant for the Congress from Varanasi, and it's going to be Narendra Modi versus Ajay Rai versus Shalini Yadav. Keep watching this space for more. Keep watching HindustanTimes.com.